Welcome to the Motherhood Network Book Club, where we celebrate the little moments that fill us with joy as mothers, women, and dreamers. Now, just imagine walking to a Mugg Bean with the smell of coffee, the sound of connection, and the joy of slowing down. Because success isn't about doing more, it's about being more grace, more laughter, more delicious choices. And today we're joined by a force of culture, color, and creativity, Sho Madjozi, and celebrating a new chapter as a mom. We're talking self-care, motherhood, and we're taking life one beautiful slice at a time. So grab your coffee and let's dive in. Are we rolling?
Are we rolling?
Okay, action. Maya, mother,
Mama Gashak.
ethereal mom, a force, a real force, a creative force, a beautiful angel now. You know, it's funny, you've written a whole book, but we're writing another book, not even different chapters. It's a completely different book celebrating your motherhood, which is just insane. Thank you so much for just honoring us and being here today. So thank you, thank you, thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you for having me.
Can I just take a moment just to indulge myself in your beauty? You know, you've just had a baby, your boy, and you are just glowing. And for anyone, and I wish they could feel what I'm feeling right now because it's so palpable, but it's just this sense of self, you know, and you just feel whole, and it's so beautiful. Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to get into it. So, of course, it's the Motherhood Book Club.
Yay.
Woohoo! And you're known for just writing. And I want to speak about that because when people think writing, they think about your songwriting. But your talent in writing goes way back.
Yeah.
You know, you have a mother and father who come from very different backgrounds. You know,
Yeah.
your father being white, your mother being African, and them creating you. What a gift. But then later on, you discovered your writing skills. But at the same time, and you speak about it in this book, Shoma and the Stars. Hey, listen, which was such a monumental book, an iconic book for a lot of young people who find it hard to feel included, you know, to feel seen. And you went through that as well, because of course, your obvious difference from an aesthetic perspective was quite challenging, I can imagine, growing up, right?
I grew up in rural, what is now Limpopo, of course. It wasn't back then.
Yes.
And I didn't think there was anything particularly odd about me. Like there was something odd about everybody.
Yes. I love that.
Because,
that,
you
yeah.
know, people, made fun of me. But we made fun of everybody.
Yeah.
Like, so and so was big head, someone so was whatever. Like, everyone had a name. And so I didn't even realize that I was different racially. Like, I very much grew up thinking I reflected everyone that was like around me.
Wow.
And then I moved to like Pretoria and people were like, oh, you colored. I was like, what would make you think that? That's so strange. Yeah. So I feel like, I think the experience of being different comes in sort of how I have lived my life, how I've chosen to live my life. That's where the difference has been. What I consider to be beautiful, what I consider to be worth doing. That's where I have encountered, I would say, resistance and like people not certain, like not understanding me. Me appearing on the pop scene, music scene, wearing shibelani
Yes.
is not necessarily an obvious choice at that time.
No.
It has become something that it seems like obvious now because I did it, but in reality, it was just one of the many choices that I would make as myself. That I had to be really bold to stick with. I that's where I would have. That's where I encountered resistances and how I live my life.
That's what we love about you so much. And I guess it makes so much sense when your extended family, your supporters, your fans, where they're just like, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
Because you have left a mark and kind of this blueprint, not only for adults, but also kids, where they're just like, what's the next hairstyle? What do I do with myself? In the most beautiful way as well. But you've always had that sense of self, I guess, because you admire the parts before everything as a 15-year-old,
Yeah.
Um,
Earlier than that.
earlier than that as well.
I was
So how long
published at the
ago?
end of 11, at the age of 11, yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Published at
Was
the
a
age of
published
11.
poet.
You see how she just threw it there? Yeah, it's published. And I'm still not published, and I'm a whole 37
Do
year
it.
old.
Do
Well,
it.
look, props to you. So that's incredible. So
Yeah.
when did you know that this was your calling then, just in terms of writing and just your creativity and your mind and how you think?
I think that all of us come here to do something,
Yeah.
So I think, like, I've become convinced that the only way to do this, or the best thing you can do here, is to be as yourself as possible. So all of those things for me are what I felt compelled to do. I think I came here with a very specific path, chose to come here. I chose to come here and do specifically what I came here to do.
Yeah.
And so I can't say like, oh, well, I came here with that. And my parents named me after Maya Angelou.
Yes.
I really,
Which is incredible. Just
I don't
the
think
fact
there's
they
anything else I
manifested
could
that.
do.
Yeah.
Like,
Powerful.
there's nothing else I could possibly do, I think, other than be myself, other than be an artist.
You're writing an incredible story. And I just do want to reflect a bit on the past, just in terms of a career as well. I remember the first time I bumped into you. It was okay, Malum Cool Cat, and we're like, Mkaya. What about? And all of a sudden, this beautiful girl pops out, and she's super confident. We don't know her name, but we're like, damn, she's got something.
Right.
That moment was monumental because it just felt like it wasn't for a short time. It felt like, hold on, there's something happening here.
Right.
Did you know that it's like, I'm in the game now?
I had
This is my time.
absolutely no idea.
You had no idea?
No, I had no idea.
It's crazy.
I had no idea that.
Maya, do you remember the video? And
Yes.
how you came through? And it was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to be an artist. I thought I was going to be a writer, which is an entirely different life. That's a quieter life. And I went into OK Malumko Cat's studio, fully prepared to ghostwrite on his project.
Yeah.
So like I was going to help him on his writing. So I came there ready, but of course it didn't work out that way. He was like, well, I want you to rap as you. And I was like, well, I wouldn't sound like this if I was rapping as me. I would rap in my own language, firstly. And that's how that happened.
Listen, you are that girl.
I
You
think something
definitely
that people don't realize maybe is
Yeah.
that one of the things that is quite striking about that image of me appearing is that I'm wearing a shibelani
Yes.
on that. That is a moment in and of itself. I don't know if it registers for everybody in South Africa, but certainly for Tsonga people, it was like, whoa, like that was a moment.
Huge moments.
You
Because we had
know.
never seen anything like that. And you're so right, from a cultural perspective, someone being so proud of their culture.
Yeah.
And a culture that at the time wasn't that exposed on a commercial mainstream
Absolutely.
level, you know,
Yeah.
and you continue to take it to the top. And so someone like myself with Bamitude, Afropunk, you know, we're
Yeah.
on huge stages, whether it be Brooklyn or South Africa, and you just continued this trajectory.
Yeah.
And it
But
just
that wasn't, it's not something that comes very naturally to me.
okay, yeah. Speak on that, yeah.
In the sense that when I had to perform at OK Malum Cat's album launch, right? I was not, that is not something I had trained for. It's not something that I spent my life preparing and planning and wanting to be on stage in that way.
Yeah.
And I needed something to make me feel brave. And I put on Shibelani because, like, I was scared. Like, I wanted my granny to be with me on that stage. Like, I wore Shibelani because she made that Shibelani for me by hand, you know? And I was scared. Like, I wanted her to be there with me. I wanted to borrow the strength of the women in my family. And every time I've gone on stage, I have had to call on those women to say, please come with me, you know? And then it turned out to be that that's really the thing that shot me into more stardom.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean? You had me wearing that as a Zulu girl, saying, yeah, well, that makes sense. This looks awesome, you know, and there was this whole
Yeah.
movement. But also you were just so empowering. It felt, you know, just from a feminine perspective and us as women, that this is cool, you know, to embrace yourself, these colors. I felt like it was very symbolic of something else because you came in very bold
Yeah.
and unapologetic at a time where we're like, oh, so we can do this? Like, this is
Right,
cool, you
yeah.
know? And it's so funny that you say none of it was really intentional rather, because it felt so intentional, you know? I sometimes even
It
feel
was intentional, but I had my intentions. My intention was definitely not fame or superstardom. I had my intention. My intention was comfort and safety. And then the more that it went on, it just got bigger and bigger. And I was standing there like, this is terrifying. But then and now it was like, okay, I can't not do this. Like, I can't not get on the stage because what about my grandmother? Like, what about the women in my family who, if they were born under different circumstances, would have loved the opportunity I'm standing in front of now? And that ended up weighing on me for a long time, where there were times when I didn't want to do it, but I felt that I couldn't not do it.
Maya, do you think the industry understood you? And I'll tell you where I'm coming from. I sometimes feel like you were bigger than the industry, and I'll elaborate on that, where just your mind and how you think, for me, it just always fascinated me, where it was almost like you're not of this world, you know, like you are just on another planet. No, really.
I don't think
And
the industry understood me at all.
yeah.
I mean, I think locally people did, you know? I was happy with my local fame, or at least acknowledgement. I was happy with that to a degree, right? Like, I was happy to go home and have the kids singing my songs. That was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I was happy for me. I was happy that, like, I existed for me. Like, I was happy that I could see myself being a young girl. If I had a me, I would have thought that's the coolest thing ever. If I was like this young Tsonga girl and like I saw a Sho Madjozi existing, I would have been really happy for that to be the case, right? So I was really happy with that. I was happy when I expanded it and started talking to my East African audience. I started making songs in Kiswahili. I was still quite happy with that, and I felt, again, in some ways understood, right? In some ways, I think people will always understand portions of me. But I was kind of happy. when it got global, I was now fully misunderstood. Like fully, fully, fully. The label I got signed to had no understanding of who I was. Bless their hearts, I think they meant well, but I don't think they knew anything about what I am.
And what was that? What were they not understanding? Because I get what you're saying, where there was a sense of trying to make you something you're not.
They very almost killed my whole entire soul. Like because I think they should have left me alone, to be honest. Because they didn't know what I was. And they certainly didn't know what to do with me. And so what had happened is that basically I signed in 2020, right? So 2019, I have the biggest song in the country, certainly, if not broader. And it does really well. And like everybody wants to sign me after that, right? And my management, either out of whatever their own, their own agendas that they were trying to serve as well, they end up sort of pushing me into like the label that I ended up with, right? And from that point on, everything I tried to do, I was like minimized. So the first thing that they wanted me to do, I guess that they wanted me to become more pop, right? But I never said I was pop. Like I came out wearing a shibelani,
Yeah.
And so the project I wanted to make in 2020 was like a legendary collaboration with my icon and favorite Tsonga musician, which is Dr. Thomas Chauke, right?
Yes.
So they said like, who do you want to collab with? And I was like, oh, Dr. Thomas Chauke. And they were like,
That time we're like, what?
he has never,
incredible.
for me, it's massive, right? Like, it's like he has never, in his 40 years, if not more in this industry, or it could be 50, or at least like 40 albums, he has not collaborated with any artist ever. It is entirely humongous in my world, but it is not their world. So then I create that project and it gets virtually no support at all from my label, right? I think they thought like, let her get that out the way and then she'll do what we would like her to do. And then I start submitting songs and then I'm being told like, oh, that's great, but we need it to be more English. And this is like, to the point where like I was now outright being ignored by my label, right? Because they realized they couldn't make me what they wanted me to be, right? And I think then they just lost interest entirely and were like, okay, we'll figure out another way to get what we want, right? Which they did, all right? And so what is happening to me psychologically is I'm producing art as I've always done, but it's being ignored. It's not receptive. Like I'm somebody who, like the universe twirls for me, like as long as I am
It twirls and twerks for
100%, as long as I'm 100% in tune with what's happening in me.
Yeah.
The universe will do absolutely everything in its power, to give me whatever it is that I would like.
Yeah.
So in that moment, I'm doing what I do, which is listening to myself. But I'm in the wrong space, surrounded by the wrong people. And so they're not receptive. So then what's happening to me is I'm like, your instinct is not right. Like you thought this was good, but it's actually not. So you need to it makes me really emotional because my voice is the only thing that has led me and carried me, right? And it's the thing that got me to them. And I was doubting that voice. I feel really sad for my inner voice because they made me doubt and put down and suppress that voice to the point where I couldn't even hear myself anymore, Like I doubted and second guessed my voice so much that I couldn't even hear myself at all.
You couldn't even hear yourself.
Like
you were just muzzled, nothing. You couldn't hear yourself.
I could not hear myself. Like I couldn't tell the difference between their voice, the public voice, my father's voice, like every voice that's like now was like louder than my own of like what I should be. who am I going to disappoint? Like, before you can even make a song, you're thinking, well, is it going to work for them? Is it enough English? Is it going to, is it, da, 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 da? And it's like, that is not how I want it to work. Like,
No.
you know, and I get that. Like, that's a world
Yeah.
in and of itself. Like, you create, they can create commercial products, you know. They are, there are commercial products that can be put out in that way. But then there's also like, I'm not a good fit for that. That's not, I was never going to be good at that.
But I think because you're just
You
so
know.
authentic, and thank you for sharing that. Just, I guess you're violated, and your sense of autonomy as well. Like you always knew who you were, and were able to, again, like you're saying,
Yeah.
manifest the things that you desired by being yourself. And here's a scenario now
Absolutely.
that comes out of nowhere. And I guess you being positive, naive as well, and just thinking, well, this is for the good of me, a global deal. Who would say no?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What a great moment.
I
The
didn't think
country
about
loves you.
it.
Yes, the continent loves you.
It seemed like the obvious thing to do.
Yes, absolutely. You sing songs in Swahili, the biggest language on the continent. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's this Pan-Africanist movement. The diaspora is loving you. The whole world is loving you. Of course you'd sign such a deal.
Yeah.
But then you're stuck all of a sudden where you're made to second guess who you are.
Everything I've made, I've second guessed. Like, I have an album in it, but I'm like, I don't even know if it's good. I have to regain my trust in my own voice. I have to regain the voice first. I have to nurture that voice. I have to pull her out of me to be like, are you still there? Like, are you okay? You know, like I have to, like, you know, parent myself out to be like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry, like, for shutting you, like, up, you know? I'm happy because, like, I think my separation with my label was quite good. I mournful of the fact that it took long, and within that time, I didn't know what they were trying to do. I just internalized. I just thought like there's something wrong with me, and that I should change. I should somehow try to make it work and whatever. So I'm sad about that, but I'm happy that we left amicably. I was allowed to leave. It's gonna take me time to hear myself again, to be like, yeah, to get that voice out and stuff.
I wasn't expecting to get this.
Yeah, we need to try not to.
yeah,
We really need to try not to.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, girl, you look bomb. Let's try not to. Whew. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't moved. And again, because here you are doing so much for the country, the continent, the world. And so we're just seeing this incredible star, this musician, this creator, this writer, feed us with all this music. But behind the scenes, there's so much happening.
Yeah.
And I know anyone watching this would be so disheartened because you were fighting for us. It's bigger than you. You were fighting for our culture, our identity. And you were doing that silently, being robbed of who you are. But these battles that no one knew you were fighting. And Amaya, I won't lie to you, this is the first time I'm hearing this, where, yes, there's been stuff said and the label and you being replaced with who and what. I mean, it's there.
Yes.
But not to the point where you're an advocate for this country and continent, you know, and the authenticity of it. And I think it's a story that so many Africans go through, where we are somewhat undermined, you know, to be who we are, you know. And that so many people aren't aware that they're artists like yourself, who really and truly are fighting for us to be able to have our authentic voices, not diluted, you know.
I'm happy that I opened a certain path that a lot of artists would not have been able to walk down now, if it, like, internationally speaking, right?
Yes, yeah.
And I was happy to do that. I just didn't want to be stuck in someone else's very limited vision of what I am or should be, you know? I really just feel that it was just unfortunate, you know? Like, I'm at a point right now where I don't really want to make music. I don't want to be in the industry currently.
You don't?
I don't right now. Um, and I don't know if that would have been different
Hold
if
on.
I had.
Hold on. Sorry. Does that move me? And I know that's going to move anyone watching.
Yeah.
Right now at this moment.
Yeah.
And we get it and we understand you don't want to do music.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with that said, I mean, you've made your biggest hit. Your biggest hit song. And that being your son. Congratulations. I mean,
thank you so
chart
much.
topping
I'm so
for
happy.
life.
Yes.
You know, you're
Yes,
number
I
one
love
for
him.
life. The best song.
It's a
ever.
he, by the way. I just
know.
casually, yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't think I'd
goodness.
ever said that before, but it is a he.
It's a boy.
I know all the girl moms are like, this is unfair. You don't get to experience what we experience.
But
It's a boy. I'm having a boy. I'm having a boy. I had a boy. He's 4 months old. Yeah, he's beautiful.
That is so beautiful.
I love him. He's the best.
Guys, I have to tell you, someone from a team said, oh, he's the cutest little boy
He is.
ever.
He's so cute.
Right?
He's so cute.
Oh my goodness.
I love him.
When you announced that, okay, so I shed a little tear, cringe, but not cringe. What do you mean? Because I was like, that's what she's been doing. Mama, you've been cooking.
I've been cooking for real. I'm so happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at you smiling. You can see
I'm
it.
so happy to have him.
man.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
this is why, like, something like we'll never really know about whether. Because I can't, my journey is not going to be any different than what it has been, right? This is my journey, right? But sometimes I think, like, would I have had the courage to step away and have a child if the things that happened within that industry didn't happen? Would I have allowed myself to slow down and have a child? Would I even been able to hear my child calling to me, right? Because I started to feel at the end of 2023 strongly that I should have a child. And I went to see my healer, who's this amazing, amazing woman. And she confirmed that. But it was like, I was having this strong feeling that I should be alone, I should be single for like the first time in my life. I've never. I was like, I've always had somebody who was, at least always had somebody who at least thought they were dating me. I was having fun, you know.
Yeah.
And I had this strong feeling that, like, right now you need to be alone. You need to be single. And that was hard because I think men for me were like my, like, distraction or like, just like not having to be in myself, right?
Yes.
And so it was like fun, beautiful. And I'm so lucky because I'm only interested in kind men. So everybody that I've seen has been incredible. But and shout out to you guys because wow, amazing.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out. I have
Yeah.
only been with kind men, which is incredible. So like I had this strong feeling I should be alone. And so I honored that and was single for the first time in my life. And then there was this constant call of like, this child. And I asked my healer that, like, look,
Yeah, what does this mean?
what
Like,
is
yes,
this?
What is this? Yeah.
How am I going to be alone and have a child? Like, aren't they contradicting each other?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's-
you good.
Yeah.
Like I got that really strong sense for me. People have different ways that they will talk about their spiritual like guidance, for me, I don't mind what it's called, but that guidance for me, which I sometimes like to look at as being like it's my ancestors' guidance for me, was clear that like, look, there's a child that has chosen you already. So she was like, look, he's chosen you already. And I was like, how will I know who the father's supposed to be now? And she's like, oh no, you're good. Like he's already chosen you. It's already going to happen. And I was like, okay, fantastic.
Hold on, wait a minute. What a beautiful moment, but I can understand how you'd be so confused. It's actually like your dress. It's like Mary. No. Your son has chosen you.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, but you're saying I must be alone? What does that even mean?
Yeah. It's not the conventional way you
It
think of
wasn't.
having a child.
And so you've spoken to me
Mm-hmm.
off camera that you're proudly a choice mom.
Yes.
And I won't lie, that was the first time I ever heard of the concept, ever.
Okay.
And I said, I'm so fascinated and moved by that. Choice mom, what a powerful term.
Yes.
Please tell me what that really and truly
Yeah.
holds. And I know it's going to shift and change a lot of people and empower a lot of women, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
A choice mom means that I chose to be a mom. I chose to be a mom. It wasn't that, okay, I was married and then because of my marriage, I wanted. No. It wasn't because I was choosing a man and then the child is an after effect. No.
Yeah.
I chose to be a mom. Like, that's what we are as choice women. Choice mothers, I see you. And like, if you are a choice mom, please hit me up because I want to know that I have a community. I am a huge supporter of single mothers
Yes.
and empowering them.
Yes.
However, being a choice mom is different to being a single mother. There are certain struggles that I wasn't feeling seen within the single mom world. Single mom world deals a lot with recovery and repair from
Yes.
baby daddy and the
Absolutely.
conflict that comes from breaking up
Yes.
with your partner. People become single moms. You can get married and still end up a single mom. You can do things the right way and still end up a single mom. I've seen it all around me. The women around me have done it in every which way.
Yes.
And many of them
True.
have still become single moms. Whether you, honestly, like,
Yeah.
the judgment on single moms
It's
is
not fair.
so unfair. You
So
can get
unfair.
married and remain and become a single mom. I have had
Absolutely.
friends who have done everything the way society
Yes. By
told
the
you to
book, the
do,
way, and
by
it's
the
still-
book,
Oh, yes.
and they are still single
Oh,
moms.
yeah.
So
Thank you
now,
for that, yeah.
you know, and then there's a grief attached to single motherhood
Mm,
that I have held many of my women friends through.
yes.
I don't share that grief.
Yes.
I did not choose a man. I chose a child. I wanted to have a child. I was not interested in having a relationship. I have the privilege of not needing a relationship. I have the
Yeah.
privilege of not needing a man.
Mm.
That is a privilege. Our grandmothers did not have that privilege. I have that privilege and I intend to use it.
You are saying this at a time, and this is truly a game changer, and I'm being very genuine about this.
Yeah.
And I think we actually need to even take it more seriously, what you've just said, where
Mm.
there's a lot of women who are very empowered, very
Yes.
capable in terms of resources, mentally, you know,
Yeah.
already, longing for a child,
Yes.
and don't necessarily see a partner involved in that
Yeah.
picture, you
Absolutely.
know?
And even people who want partners.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, like, because there's people who, in South Africa, I'm not sure what is happening. I need people who are studying this to let us know. It seems to me,
Yeah.
within my circles,
Yeah.
that there are simply not enough viable men for us. I can name, if I sat here, I can name 20, 30 brilliant women, black women who are smart, funny, educated, they are fun, they're everything,
Yeah.
beautiful, etc.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to find a partner. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
But I want those people to know that you have an option. There is another option. It doesn't mean because you can't find a man or because men in your life, for those who have experienced men not being kind to them and not being good, now that is going to determine whether or not you want to have a child. No. If you want a child, you want a child. That should have
Yeah.
nothing to do with whether or not you can find a partner. I see those things as being totally two different things.
Yes.
I don't see those things as being the same thing at all. What I might like for myself and what might make me excited and down there,
Yeah.
it's not the same thing that's good for my son.
Yeah.
Like, my taste.
Wow.
And I don't want necessarily for my child to be subjected to my romantic whims,
Hold on. That is so powerful and so true. Because two
Yeah.
things can be true. Where as a
Yes.
mother, I want to present myself a certain way.
Yes.
And yes, if I want to please myself, well, this is my type. And the two sometimes don't correlate
There's nothing
necessarily.
necessarily built in about that.
Yes.
There's nothing that says that because someone is sexy and attractive to me,
Yes.
that they would be a good father. There's no correlation between the two.
I've never thought about that. But wait,
Whereas
no,
I have
wait.
good friends
Yeah.
that would make great fathers, right? And so you can do it that way. You can have like a known donor. So you have a
Yeah.
male friend who also wants a child. You can even just ask a male friend for,
Yes.
and do it that way.
Yeah.
I will warn you though that people are a bit reticent of that. I did talk to quite a
Yes.
few people about it
Yes.
before. And people were like, well, no, we want to be like we want to do it
Yeah.
that way, which was a shock to me because South Africa is not famous for present fathers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so that may be not the best option. But there's also going to fertility clinics. There's getting donors. There's so many things. Yeah.
Wait, my brain has exploded. And I'll tell you why. And again, I just think this is so moving for so many women who have an answer now. And I'm being genuine where I have so many friends, and I know, like you were saying, who are really great women.
Yeah.
Hardworking, lovely, beautiful, kind women.
Yeah.
Really want to be mothers. And, the truth is, haven't found the right person and don't want to risk that as well because they realize the gravitas of being a mother.
I would much rather parent alone than parent with the wrong person.
Mm.
It is such a fear of mine to the point where it was my preference, in fact.
Absolutely, because it was a choice, as you're saying, as a choice mom.
Yeah, and now I can date freely. Like now I feel
Yeah.
free that I'm dating without that pressure. I'm not looking at that person and saying, "Are you going to be a good dad?" And now there's pressure, right? I'm in my
Yes.
30s.
Yes.
I have friends who are in their mid 30s and some like mid to late 30s who, when they're dating, they're quite urgent. It's urgent to have a
Yeah.
child. I don't want
Yeah.
that. I want to be free. I have my child. I wanted to be a mom. I have my child. And I get to raise him the way I want to raise him, I get to take him to the village, which is important to me. If he doesn't go to the village, he's going to have to be in a strictly vernac creche somewhere in
Yes.
town. I'm not having my child not speak Tsonga. I'm not having my child not understand my culture and stuff. So I'm not negotiating with a man about that. Like I've had exes where I've said, I want my child to learn culture in a deep way. I want them to
Yes.
learn my language in quite a deep way and have a deep understanding. And they've been like, no way, can't. I don't want to negotiate.
Yeah.
And
and
so-
that's okay.
Yeah. And so I have that, right?
Yeah.
So my father, the father of my child,
Yes.
is known to me.
Mm.
And it's somebody who is actually turning out to be like really great in this. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Again, the universe,
Twirling for you and
Always.
twerking for you.
as long as
Yeah.
I do what like I feel to do,
Yeah.
things go the way that they're supposed to. Because now look, instead of shying away from that and being scared of like, what do people say? No one's gonna understand this. I did it that way. And I got this. Everyone's journey is gonna be different. I got a father of my child who is so kind, who gives me this space. We have a great understanding. Like, he's fantastic. And we're having the best time,
Yes.
We don't have to be in each other's space. I don't
Yeah.
owe him my body. I don't owe him my time and my patience and emotional growth. I don't have
All of that
time. I really rather would not be trying to raise a grown man. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But he's not that. He's actually very emotionally intelligent, which
Yes.
is wow.
Beautiful, refreshing.
We have a beautiful time. Like I went
Yeah.
out with him the first time I went out ever since being a mom. I was with him, and I adore him. We have the best fun. And if I want to settle down one day, he could be an option or whatever. We'll see how things go. But I love the freedom that I have. I love the life that I have.
Oh,
Yeah, I love that. And it would be nice if even one person saw this and realized, like, yo, I can do it in this way. And it's not going to be for everybody.
No, you're right. But also it resonates with, I know a lot of people watching now in terms of the matriarch. So in African history, which was lost, the matriarch was a big thing, where women had their autonomy,
yeah.
and we've lost that as well.
Yeah.
And through colonialism and all these systems that it was like, well, the man. Whereas in Africa, we were working together. But the matriarch, people would come up to and say, what do you think about this? What do
Yeah.
you know? But also,
And you had a community.
yes, you had
It wasn't that it's me and this
community.
one man are raising a child. I mean,
No.
how often did men even partake in that, let's say? But there was a way in which society was structured. We don't have that structure
We
no
don't
more.
have the village.
And
no.
unfortunately, we have this thing where men are in between, where you still have men like not partaking fully in fathering. I empathize. I really do empathize with black men in this country because what the history of this place has done to us is devastating.
It's devastating. Yeah.
I've lived even in other African countries, and colonialism, of course, was everywhere. But there's a specific grief and horror of apartheid that, honestly speaking, it cannot be said to be shared. It's a different thing. The complete destruction of the social fabric.
Yes.
The family unit, the way we had understood them.
Yes.
And like we haven't redefined it for ourselves. We're trying to take on this like white ways, Western ways. But it's just like we're in between, and I don't think it's working. I think we do need to reanalyze like what does family look like for us. And so I'm the biggest fan of anybody who's trying and experimenting to do family in a way that is healthy and makes sense.
Oh, in a way that is healthy and makes sense. And you're right, and we spoke about this off camera, where I guess we're the generation that's a lot more honest and trying to heal things as well, and trying to redefine what a family looks like.
Yeah.
But to prioritize that my child will be in a healthy setup, whatever that looks like.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
It's funny because the themes, even in your book, the central themes of like self-realization, understanding oneself and having a sense of resilience. And you've spoken about that as well, where just in your life, you've manifested this moment in many ways. I'm not sure if you're aware. I always say you were a mother before you became a mother. You mothered all of us. You mothered our children, whether it be this book, or... Yeah,
I feel that way strongly.
Wait a minute, who still has money because of Sho Madjozi and the braids? I'll never forget how tormented I was when you did that one.
The video.
Head turn, yeah. And that's all you did. You said, coming soon. I said, oh, my coins are
And
gone.
the hair was glittering.
Right? Sold out immediately.
Yeah.
You're a person who has always defined what makes sense to you.
Yeah.
And I think unintentionally carved a way that so many people resonate with. And in many ways, being a leader.
That surprises to me. That surprises
right?
me.
It does surprise you.
Yeah.
Even now?
Well, to say that people resonate with it is a surprise to me because I thought like my life is so unrelatable.
Yeah.
But the more I share it, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe there are people out there that... are most... I want to possibly show myself a little bit more in order to find like my tribe, like my people, like where are my people?
Yeah, because even what you've said in terms of motherhood, I mean, I feel like not only enlightened, I feel empowered, with a completely different family setup. But I'm like, there's an option of having a choice. I'm like, I want to go straight to my friends and let them know. I'm so glad people are watching this. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I really feel like you've helped so many women out there knowing that there is that option that's dignified as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Where they can feel they were and are a responsible mom, and there was an intentionality when it comes to their child,
And women, I mean, I understand that it's not an option for everybody.
Yes.
But it is important for me to speak to the women for whom that is an option, right?
Yes.
I to be really frank with you, like I can afford to have a child.
Yes.
You know, I can. That's
Well, what do you mean? My coins have gone to you. You're one in the
to
Sho
you.
Madjozi
I
page.
can afford to have a child.
And all the other moms out there, you guys know
Thank
who
you,
you are.
mothers. No, thank you for real. And the thing is, I love, that gives me life. The work that I do with children gives energy. Like fame and the way that, like, there's certain parts of the industry where it takes so much from you. Children and working with young girls feeds me. I would die for black girls. Please don't even start with me. That is like the point on which I don't care about
Right?
Can't start me. Those are my people.
And your stars as well, your little stars.
My stars, that is everything to me. Like, trust me, I will do anything. Like, it's important for me that they have a different type of like a model. Like, I love that they embrace the braids, right? Because it's like everyone they would have seen up until that point, it was, maybe long hair, this and that. Like I had my little niece look at a filter, like a Snapchat filter or something, where it's just straight hair. There wasn't a crown, there wasn't anything. It was just straight hair. And she said, she looked at herself. I'm sure now the Snapchat, it puts the filter on you. So now she had that. She was like, oh, princess. And I said, today it stops. I was like,
you like me?
It stops today.
Princess what?
There's no way
You are
that
the
just
princess.
having straight hair is enough to be a princess. No.
Yes.
There has to be a different type of model. That day I said, today, it's fine. Today we're going.
I love that so much. But that's why we love you so much, because you gave so many other girls an option to really like feel a sense of self, like, oh, I'm beautiful.
Yes.
Right? I just remember reading this book also as well.
The pink braids they can have. But are you going to have blonde straight hair?
No. But that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the options of glamorizing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Our
and
culture.
that they feel princess
And
with
they
it.
feel princess as well.
Oh, trust me, I will fight tooth and nail for the black girl to be able to experience magic. I will fight tooth and nail.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the time what is fed also to young black girls is so like brown. For one, it's just dust brown. Like all the animations, it's like this is a one color, this and that and this and that, and like, or it's too heavily politicized and it's this and it's that, and it's like, no,
dark, it's heavy.
it's heavy, and it's like girls have to.
Lights.
I'm saying sparkling
Joyful
hair. The hair is glowing in the
sparkles.
dark. She has braids. She's dancing wherever she wishes. They said she's too much, insisted a witness. This Shoma will dance wherever she wishes. When we fetch water, she'll dance with the fishes. And after we've eaten, she'll dance with the dishes.
Oh.
Thank you. That's what girls, because
Yes.
they
That's what it's
deserve.
about.
Yeah, they deserve to have fun
Yeah.
also. They deserve magical, wondrous, I'll fight tooth and nail for the black girls' right to enjoy and be magical and be a little girl.
Well, you've made parenting easier for even me. I mean, I'm very big about hair, both me and you, when it comes to just embracing your hair, but also having fun with your hair. And you've just made it so much easier for our little girls, where they feel like princesses as well. But now you're empowering the mothers. Guys, this choice mom thing, listen, we need episode 2 for that one. Because that's a game changer. When you told me that, I said, because you could feel it. And I really want to take this so seriously. And it really, like I said earlier on, is a game changer, because there's so many women who've been looking for an option. And I can tell you now, with my chest, we're not aware that is an option as well. Or rather that it's dignified, it's okay, it's accepted,
If there are people out there who are having shame, just look at me. Let's look at me. I'm,
You're happy you have the support system, which I've even seen, you know what I'm saying?
Let's hold each other like through it, like let's be that. Like you can't shame us if we are boldly about it, if we are like bold and also it's hard to shame me in general.
Yeah.
But
that's so true.
But I want that. Like if there's someone that's like fearful of that part, like, oh, I'll be judged maybe. And it's like, so what though? Because they'll judge you anyway. As a woman, there's really no right you can do, honestly.
Right,
they will judge you if you don't marry correct. Or you get married, you get divorced, judge. You get judged.
Judge,
So rather, why not accept judgment for a choice that is your own?
Yes. How powerful is that?
I would rather accept judgment on something that I chose than on something that happened to me.
It sounds like motherhood's been such a riveting experience for you
Yeah.
thus far. Listen, for your son, because he's going to watch this one day when he's old enough.
He would
Oh
make me
my
think of that. It's
goodness.
my baby.
Yeah, I know.
It's my baby.
We had a moment there. I can't
Yeah.
believe that one day he's going to be watching this. But the fact that Maya, Sho Madjozi, the Sho Madjozi we love so much, has always been intentional, indirectly, about having her son. This moment as well, where you really have manifested him.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise. And thank you to your spiritual healer. But even before that, to anyone look at your story now, and when I think about your story, and anyone watching this can agree as well, you've always been a mother.
Absolutely.
You know, you were always ready for this moment.
Yep.
And so now that it is here and you're doing it with so much grace, I mean, look at her light. She looks so beautiful.
Thank you.
We thank you and congratulations, really and truly.
Thank you so much.
What do you want to share to your son? How has he moved you, changed you, and how would you like him to present himself in this world?
Yeah. I think everything that my son has done for me is for me, right? So he has saved my life. But I don't think that's his to hold, you know? I don't want him to worry about that, you know? He has saved my life. That's me. That's my blessing. That's nothing to
Yes.
do with him. I want him, a baby. I want him to be as himself as possible. We chose each other. There was a reason that he came here. The only thing I'm here to do is facilitate him to be as himself as possible. That's it. He owes me nothing. He's given me everything. Like, he's given me everything, but he doesn't owe me anything. But I'm here. Like, I'm here for you. Like, I'm here, 10 toes down. Like, me saying, like, I want you to be you doesn't mean I'm not here. I'm here. Like, I am here, down. But, yeah, I'm excited for him to be who he came here to be.
He owes me nothing and he's given me everything. Maya.
Like, yeah, he saved my life.
He saved your life.
Yeah.
And we can see it. It's
Yeah.
you exuding so much joy.
Yeah.
So much positivity. Just in your eyes are sparkling. You're in another dimension. You're
Yeah.
not on earth. You really and truly, not only
Yeah.
do you look angelic, but it's like you just fed a slice of heaven,
Yeah.
and it's going to be like this forever with your little one.
I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy he chose me. It's a very interesting choice to make for a mom on this
Yeah.
earth. Very interesting. So that's why I want
Yeah.
to know, what kind of person is this? Who would choose this? That's interesting. Interesting choice. So he's probably a very interesting person. I've thought about, like, what kind of person does it make him, right, to have chosen me as a mother? It's either like he is somebody who's going to need a lot of love because I have so much of that to give,
Yeah.
or he's someone who's going to, like, be very, like, out there in terms of thinking, because, like, I'll accommodate that. Just fascinating question about, like, but who's he gonna be? But for me, he's
Yeah.
allowed to be everything he's come here to be. He's allowed, you're allowed to be. And I don't also want the pressure of success or the pressure of literally anything other than what you're here to be. If you can be as yourself as possible, I'm happy.
Sure, I know so many people look at your story. I mean, you've been great for, like you said, published at 11 years old. You know, 15 years old, you're out there as Maya the Poet. And then, of course, we see you as this incredible musician. You're going to blow up around the world, you know, moments like John Cena, Kelly Clarkson,
Yes.
Elle Magazine. Just so many incredible moments on the charts as
Yeah.
well. Again, daring to be different, showing us a new aesthetic, new way of being, a new culture, commercializing that in a sense that you put it out there unintentionally so, but now it's just been normalized where everyone's like, wow, I actually want to know more about the Tsonga culture. You know, this is cool. Oh my goodness, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
really and truly doing all of that and now really saying, I'm writing a new book, you know, Motherhood, where I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to that, but I'm present now with this
Absolutely.
new book. For your supporters out there, like I said, your extended family, other mothers, people love you down. So I got to explain, and you got to explain. Because I love you down, but I love this chapter for you, really and
Yeah.
truly, in this
Yeah.
new book, as we said.
Yeah.
What is the title of that book? What does it look like? And what do you want to let us know?
Yeah. Okay. For me, it's a journey back into myself. That's it, and it's like it feels like transition chapter. So we'll see like kind of what comes. I'm excited. I know that whatever I'm going to do next is going to be bigger than what I've done before. People are going to know me for what I'm about to do more than they even knew me for being Sho Madjozi. And and so this is that transition where I get to relearn myself. I get to be a mom. I get to meet other moms. What I love about being a mom is it gives me the tools to create experiences that are safe for mothers. So like if I want to do a Shoma fest, you know, because little Shoma here, you know, that fest. I love because like little girls they love to dress up like Shoma. Obviously the sparkling braids, they're going to be
Yes.
back this December. And
Oh no, I have to save up.
oh no. You haven't even heard the worst
Oh,
part,
goodness.
which is
What?
that you see, this is also something that because of being a mom, I'm now warning people in advance. I'm
Okay.
become more empathetic to mothers.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm telling you now, right? It's still not December yet. That in December, there will be sparkle braids. Please buy them in like November and something.
You heard.
Please do that because they're so pretty. The new colors I love. But I'm also introducing a new style this year. But so so that's what I'm saying. Like being a mom
Yes.
is making me more empathetic so that I can think for mothers and say they probably would like to know that in advance so that, you know, that's, you know, it's making me better. Like, I have had, you know, like Shoma Fest and everything.
So funny. Yeah.
I want to make it like bigger, but now I'm able to think from the perspective of being a mom that, oh, this is what's going to be needed to make them feel safe. This is what's going to need it. I've always been a safe space for children, which I adore, I love. But now I'm even better at it. I can understand what it feels like to have a child.
Yeah.
So I can be able to create experiences that are more inclusive for parents, etc. And so I think that, yeah, I'm exploring that and playing around with what that means. And like,
You see, that I know we all cannot wait for. And selfishly, that's what I wanted to hear as well, because I feel like you've done it so well before you were even a mother. And then
yeah.
how beautiful and organic is it
Right.
now that you are a mother, you know?
I love it just feels like it was what was supposed to happen. And I think it's going to
Yeah.
make me better. It already has.
It really has. Maya the mom, Sho Madjozi, someone we love so, so much. And I really and truly mean it. I cannot begin to thank you. I know so many people watching this. You're one of the few people where both moms and kids have so much that they love about you as well, you know, and you've united us and ensured that us as mothers
It's
have...
a love-hate with the mums, but, you know,
it's both, let's be
it's
honest.
a love-hate, but...
Because, you know, I could have saved a lot, you know what I'm saying? Normal braids, you know, we could have done black, but now we got to do pink and purple and blue. But, you know,
And
she's
whatever
coming
new
with-
style I'm
and
coming with.
whatever new style she's coming with. Another thing I love is that you're so intentional about your intellectual property as well. May you continue being that astute businesswoman, because we see that as well. And I'll tell you why, because people shy away from that and there's no need to.
Yeah.
You're building a legacy for your son. You
Yeah.
know, he wants to be proud of the fact that like you've left something beyond yourself one day as well.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. Continue to do that. You know, let's normalize people of color doing such.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
yes, and out of love, because it was always out of love. You know, and now
Yeah.
it's even out of more love. But the fact
Yeah.
that you own your story.
Yeah.
Listen, my coins are always going to be there for you. I mean, I don't mind. Look, it's tough. I'm saving up now for December. But it's so worth it, and your movement is worth it, man.
I want to do so much. Thank you. And I want to say
Yeah.
to mothers,
Yeah.
thank you for inviting me, by the way, as a mom and being able to see me in this new role as a mother. There was some funny videos online of people being like, to me, she still feels like a teenage mom, which is hilarious. But I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the space to come here as a mother and for you to let me be that here.
I get that. The teenage mom comment, because it was like, what do you mean? Oh, Sho Madjozi's a mom, you know?
Mhm. Thank
But
you
then
for
also it was like, no, actually Sho Madjozi is a mom.
Yes.
I mean, you have been manifesting this. And I get the fact that a lot of us tend to want to hold to what we know. And it's hard for us to move on,
Yeah.
you know, from that and realize that people evolve, you know, you write new chapters.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, look at how you look. This new chapter it's just glorious.
Thank you.
Like I said, there's a serenity to it as well.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for December. Girl! Girl, with so much grace. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Not only for myself.
I want to be in conversation with other mothers, you know? To say like what are resources that would be helpful to you, right? People have, is it like just whatever it is, right? Let's be in conversation. I want to be in those circles. And if I'm not in your physical circle, like write to me. Be like, you know what? My child, it feels like this is lacking. Is it more in our own languages? Is it this? Is it that? Like, let me know what's happening. I'm so excited. I love meeting mothers.
Yes,
by
that's
the way.
incredible. So you want to create a safe space where people can interact with you and tell you what they're going through as well. You know
Yeah,
what
I want to expand the Sho Madjozi sort of empire or,
Yes.
entertainment sort of world. And so I want parents to engage with me on what they would like to see. Like, I really like the idea of doing a children's festival. I
Yes.
like the idea of an animation. But, like, what do parents, you guys are raising, children and little girls, etc. And maybe there's parents who are like, oh, we have little boys, so we want you to include little boys. I don't know.
Listen, I wanted to say that it's beyond fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, the way you're dressed today made me emotional. I mean, I don't cry over clothes. Wow, I got emotional before we started recording because
really
it
did.
yeah, this makes so much sense. Why this outfit? It's regalia. I mean, look at you. You just look.
Goodness.
Oh,
I wanted to feel in this interview how I feel when I'm with my son. Like, I wanted to feel how he makes me feel. So I wasn't going to have something tight and whatever because my kid doesn't care that I'm right now.
we
That
all
I've
have
gained
that mommy,
weight
yeah,
or whatever.
the
He
flipper.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know? I feel this way. That's how I feel when I'm with him. Nothing else matters. It feels pure. It feels beautiful. I feel that my body is for something other than consumption publicly. You know, it's very my own and his, and we're in this very safe space, and that's how I feel when I wear this. So that's why
I can feel the purity. And like I said, everyone can feel this new chapter. It's like you've awakened from somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, there was so much that happened in your career, but there's a sense of purpose, but a purity, you know? and a light. I'm looking at you and you're glowing. There's a light. This your life, girl. And how beautiful is it? I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the country, the continent, the world, just for you, for making it possible, making it attainable to be exactly who you are at every chapter, and to own that chapter.
Yeah.
And to own your space and where you are. I know a lot of mothers need to hear this. You've healed something even in me where it's like, no, you're doing the right thing with being who you are, you know? And I've always known that, but it's always refreshing to be reminded of such. And so thank you for always being that voice and willing to be that voice with many issues as well, whether global issues or, you know, you're willing to take on so much for us, those who are not seen, not heard, you know, and you've always used your platform in that manner. And now for your son, thank you for loving him so much because he's another human in society who will also, you know, make his mark. And we know you're going to pour so much love into his life.
I love you, Sacha.
Oh, we love him and we love you. Thank you so much for just being you. We love you so much. His name! Oh my God, that's the first one. A massive thank you to the iconic trailblazer, Sho Madjozi, for joining us at the Motherhood Network Book Club. And thank you so much to Mugg Bean for making this conversation possible and just reminding us that self-care doesn't have to break the bank. Yep. Simply take a moment to yourself and grab a slice of cake and coffee available at select Mugg Bean locations. Stay Nandi. Much love, Nandi.